Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the inspo pic that I am going to be doing today. My customer wanted them on shorter nails, so in this video I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks that I did to create this gorgeous set on a shorter length of nails. So here I am starting with Rarjsm number 236 Nude, and I'm not going to be on the thumbs and the pinky. We're only going to be placing the Nude halfway up, as you can see me doing here. I only do it about halfway up because if you look back at the inspo pic, it's clear at the top and nude at the bottom, and you'll see why in a minute, but I'm gonna just put it halfway up and then go in with a ombre brush and just kind of ombre it out a little bit, not too much, because I wanted the tips to still be white. So I said this step was a little difficult to do just because this type of design, it was done on a longer nail. So you kind of got to shorten everything. She wanted it on medium size nails. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going to ombre out that nude, let that cure, and then I'm going to go in with Igel. The color is called Nude Bar. It's a really pretty nude. It's got a little bit of a shimmer sparkle in it. But I'm going to go in, I'm going to put that down as well and do the same thing that I'm doing here using the ombre brush and just brush it out and flare it out some. And then the middle nail is all brown, so I'm going in with a layer of brown and getting that colored in. I'm going to cure that and come back and do another layer. So once that's all cured, this is what I was meaning. It's kind of, I'm going to be doing like a half French. It's drawing a French, but not all the way to the top. So I'm trying to draw a line as where I want to stop the French, because again, the top is a little bit clear where it's got the glitter on top, and then above the glitter it's clear. So what I did was just kind of map it out, try to draw a line, and then draw the French underneath of that line. So that's what I'm gonna do for both the thumb and the pinky. And now I'm going to be getting my brown glitter out, and I'm going to put a layer of top coat just on the tips right there. And we're not going to sprinkle the glitter out because this is a shorter set now. I'm literally taking my ombre brush and I'm just going to pick up glitters piece by piece and lay them down right across, not covering it either, just across, because if you can, the design, the original, the inspo design, it's just got glitter like right along the middle and kind of ombreed up a little bit, and that's it. And again, this is on a shorter nail, so I wanted it to be nice and flat and smooth, and don't want it to be bulky. So I just take my brush, dip it into the glitter, and individually we'll put the glitter pieces in so it's nice and they're laid flat. So that's what I am doing here for the thumb and the pinky. And then I'll go in and fix any mistakes. As you can see, push up the glitter up above the line a little bit that I had gotten down. And then I'm going to go ahead and give this a cure. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and top coat it. I'm going to be top coating them twice and letting them cure fully in between, but make sure that you top coat twice. And this is why I was saying to top coat twice, because then what I do is I go in with a buffer and I buff the whole nail completely out just to make it more smooth, make sure that there's no bumps anywhere, basically where I can run my finger along it and it's nice and smooth and not all bumpy and lumpy. And then after I dust that off, the inspo pick had like this brown line lined on the very edge of it, so that's what we're doing here. Again, like I said, this set was a little difficult to do. Not really, I don't want to say difficult to do, just you had to find ways to work around it to do on a shorter nail, but I think it turned out great. And then I'm going to go in with my last layer of top coat, just a thin layer of top coat on top to make everything nice and shiny and pretty. Okay, in here I don't like to use acrylic. I don't use acrylic. I just use gel. I don't like the smell of acrylic. The smell tends to bother me, and I have a 3-year-old little girl, and I don't want her smelling the fumes and things from acrylic. So I like to use the 3D gel, and I get them from Amazon. I will link them below. But in the inspo pick, I had to come up with how I was going to get this flower to match the same as they did with in the inspo pick with the flower, because the flower is with like a nude-ish glitter flower that they did with acrylic, and of course I don't have that. So what I did was I took a nude and a little bit of brown, mixed them together, and got the color that I got and did the flower that way. But first I'm going to add on the rhinestones right here for the center of the flower. And so I think I got it pretty close to the inspo picture. And what I did to get that glitter was I'm using this glitter that I got from Nail Couture. It's one of their 3 top coats, their glitter top coats. I'm using the gold one and going in and painting on the flower the glitter. And that's how I got it to look just like the inspo pic. I think it turned out pretty good. And now we're going to be starting on the French nail. I saved these two nails for last, the pointer and the ring, because they both require that real fine glitter to be sprinkled on. And if any of you know that play with glitter, glitter is very, very, very messy. And if I would have done that before, I didn't want any of the little small glitters getting into the 3D gel when I'm making the flower. I didn't want the glitter to get all into the flower and everything, so I'll save the messy part for last, which the pointer is just painting it brown, and then I'm going to sprinkle a real fine brown glitter on top. Okay, so now that that's done, the ring nail has kind of an aurora, a brown aurora in the center of the nail, and I didn't want to drag out my airbrush gun just for one nail. So there are, and I also wanted to show that there are different ways you can achieve that aurora without an airbrush, in case some people do not have an airbrush. This is one thing that I bought off of, I think it was Shein, is where I seen it at. And I got it. They have them on Amazon as well. But I got this. It comes with the little tiny square sponges. Same thing as, makeup sponges, but I got that to test it out. I dipped a layer of the brown, dipped it into the brown and then put it on the nail. And then what I like to do is sprinkle a little bit of clear acrylic on top of the nail when I'm doing ombres or auroras where I'm using polish, because as you can see, after you sprinkle the acrylic on top, stick that in the lamp to be cured, bring it back out, and then put more polish on top. It's the polish, it's more darker. It shows up darker and it saves you polish. You don't have to use as much on it to get that ombre effect or aurora effect. So that is what I'm doing here. And then I also wanted to show that if you don't have to use that little tool that I was using. You can use just a makeup wedge sponge as well. I just put a little bit of brown in the center of the sponge and dab it on all over the nail just as well, and that works the same. I think it turns out just the same as the other thing that I'm using. I just wanted to show both ways for the video. And here I just wanted to show the tool a little bit more closer. See, you push the button down, it's like a little gripper thing, and you just grip the little sponge with and dip it into the polish and then do your nails. So yeah, I think it's handy. So now I'm going to go ahead and matte top coat, and the matte top coat I'm using is from Tino, if you know him from Instagram. His products are amazing. I love his matte top coat. That is what we're doing, and then I'm going to let that cure. And then also in the inspo pic, I noticed that all the nude was matted and the rest was shiny. So I'm going back in over top of the nude and just putting the matte top coat. And then here again with the glitter, the ring finger has that, I'm doing that design where it's got a line and then it's got 2 lines going on the opposite side. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to paint these lines on, and then I'm going to sprinkle a bit of the loose glitter all over it and let that cure. And then from the finishing touches, I'm going in with my Rhinestone Glue and gluing on the few gems that is on the middle nail outside around the flower. And then of course I'm going to top coat everything on that middle nail. I'm going to top coat the flower as well, which I think I might have already done that. But yes, you top coat the nail and top coat the flower. I don't top coat the big gem, of course, the gems that are in the middle of the flower, but like the little small gems on the outside of the flower, I do sometimes I will just go ahead and top coat those in because they're just so tiny, and I don't think it makes much of a difference. But as far as bigger stones, I do not top coat those at all. And here's the finished set. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!